Today on the OnStage Black Theater podcast, we're going back to high school. It's going to be super fun. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the OnStage Black Theater podcast. And today it's going to be a blast. We are talking about high school theater, and in particular, what were the most produced shows of the last school year. And we'll be ranking them and talking about them, see what's our surprises, what we think of them, how good they are as far as introducing young people to theater. And it's going to be blast. I'm theater critic Rachel Wagner, and Jacklyn Collier's here.
Hello, I'm definitely excited to go back to high school. I was just watching this past weekend my high school production of Annie.
Oh.
And I will say I was like, okay, yeah, we were doing it. We were doing it.
We have Tanner Tate with us, and he was with us last year when we ranked the shows. And so welcome back.
Hi, I'm happy to be back. And actually, my perspective on this kind of listing has changed because the last time we did it, I was just listing based on the shows that I liked the most. But since then, I've worked with high schools and I've worked with junior shows, and so my perspective has changed a little bit based on
Yeah.
based on that experience. So I'm excited to share that.
So this list is actually from Playbill. It's the number of it's a little unclear because this is high school and community theater. So that's why I think maybe some of these lean a little younger than
Oh,
they would. So I'm not really sure where the line is or like how many was community theater and how it's just the it says here that it's Playbill's program building service. So that the number of community theaters and high school that requested programs from their program building service or whatever. So that might explain some of the ones that feel a little weird for high school, but who knows? I'm not sure. But anyway, that's kind of the approach that we're taking from it. But it's on Playbill, and I was really surprised. They do have a list of plays as well, and I was surprised that Cursed Child wasn't on the list
mhm.
of most popular plays. That was surprising to me. But actually, Midsummer's Night Dream is the number one in the plays.
Wow.
Yeah, which was interesting to me.
That is
Um,
interesting.
yeah,
Huh.
I mean, Shakespeare's still doing strong. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet is number 8. Twelfth Night is number 11. Macbeth is 13. And then Much About Nothing is 20. So
500 years later, not bad.
yeah, yeah, pretty good for the bard. He might be a talented guy we want to keep an eye on. Okay, it's also free, which I'm sure is part of it too.
Right.
That helps.
Three
That
ninety
helps.
nine, the best price. Okay,
Mm.
all right. Well, let's talk about it. The We're gonna go from the top, from number one, most produced, to the bottom. And there's a couple that were ties, and there are also a couple that were actually listed twice because there's like Shrek and Shrek Jr. were both listed, and Little Mermaid Jr. were both listed. And so I figure they actually probably both should be higher
Hmm.
because they're on there twice. So, but anyway, so the first one, the number one most produced is Beetlejuice Jr., which I have seen this, Beetlejuice Jr. I saw it at the Empress a couple of months ago, and I have a very like up and down relationship with this show. I do think they did a pretty good job wearing it down, trimming it down for the students. And the first time I saw it on Broadway, I actually was next to two girls, teenage girls, who literally sang the entire
Oh
time,
no.
the
That
whole
changed the
time.
experience.
And I'm telling you, I'm the most forgiving theater patron that you could imagine. Like I mean, even if you get caught up in the moment, you sing along a little bit, no problem. That's fine with me. But they were getting so if you annoy me at a theater, then you're
Oh.
really bad. But I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the spectacle of it. It was fun. Nothing like the movie, hardly at all. And then I saw the national tour, and I don't know if I was just in a bad mood or what was the problem because I did not like that national tour at all. I just felt like they were just screaming at me for 2 hours, and I just all the charm. Maybe I needed those teens singing along the whole time. I don't know, but I really didn't
Was
like the
that actually was
national
that actually an
tour.
improvement? It distracted you from how much you didn't like it.
Maybe, maybe. And so then when I went to junior, I was charmed enough by it. I still don't love the show, but they were really cute and they did a good job. And I do like the fact that it has a lot of ensemble scenes. So I think it's a good one for you can involve a lot of students. Anyway, long or short of it, I actually have it at 12 in my ranking. What about you, Jax? Where do you have it?
I have Beetlejuice at 14. It's not one of my favorites. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's okay. It's not one that I would be excited about doing. And it should feel kind of edgy, but I feel like it can often just end up sort of messy. So I've got it at 14.
Yeah. What do you have, Tanner?
I also have it at 14, and some of that is on principle because in the last year I have realized that I just really dislike junior shows on the
Yeah.
whole. I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah, yeah.
I don't like how so often it feels like writers have to dumb down a script for young adults, and it feels like and they're like, oh, this is too edgy, and they'll end up sanitizing things that don't really need to be sanitized. And just on the whole, all the junior shows are at the bottom of my list.
Well, interesting.
And
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is toward the top of that. Just because I do think there are some really fun songs and there are some fun ensemble scenes, but also at the same time, I do feel like it gets a little bit messy, especially when they try to do a junior version of a show that's a little bit on the edgier side.
The only thing is that sometimes I actually can enjoy the trimming of the fat, let's put it that way, of a junior show. I'm like, I didn't mind losing that song one bit. I didn't mind like it's a little streamlined. I agree with you about the content side of it, but as far as the pacing, it can actually, I think, improve some shows
Well,
to to
I
have
think that
them.
applies really well to Matilda because Matilda's like a
Mm,
3 hour show. It's
yeah,
really long, and the junior version is barely an hour,
yeah.
and it trims a
For
lot of that.
I think Frozen as well. I,
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's benefited from the trends. But yeah, that's fair. Okay. Next, number two on the list is Hadestown Teen Edition. I mean, and this is about as good as you could get as far as a teen edition of a show. They changed almost nothing. There's a little bit of Persephone's boozy talk that's taken out, and they changed the key signatures in some of the songs. But that's about it. I mean, it's really close. I just saw the national tour and the teen version just at Sierra. I mean, I've seen the teen version many times, but it was interesting in the same week to see both and compare and contrast. But I actually have Hadestown at 2. It has a lot of solos. It has a lot of ensemble scenes. It's really good, really good, very creative, gives lots of room for creativity as far as, I mean, we talked to Jordan Long, uh, Jax, about what they did at his, because
Yeah, that was an incredible
the
chat.
man's a madman. He's crazy what he did, and just there's so much potential for cool sets and cool, that the students, because I think that's also very important for high school theater is that the students get a chance to build sets and get involved and learn like, oh, I actually like doing lighting, I like doing sound, I like these kind of things that are important parts of being a performer. At least, even if you don't end up doing that as a career or as an interest, respecting the people who do it and that you can learn in high school. So I just think Hadestown gives so much of all of that, and it's just so good and such a good adaptation. So I have it at number two. Uh, Jax, where do you have it?
I've got it at three. It's incredible, like you were saying, that the teen edition really retains so much of what the show itself, and it can be a really, really stunning production and exciting because that is, as Tanner mentioned earlier, that is something right now that has an it factor the kids want to work on. So I love that
Hmm.
idea of it too.
Yeah. What about you, Tanner? Where do you have it?
I put it pretty high at number four also. And last year, I think I put it a little bit lower because I was kind of just annoyed that so many high schools were doing it. And I felt
Yeah.
like it was just kind of, it was the same reason I didn't like Hamilton when it first came out. I was like, oh, everyone's going crazy about it. But
Contrarian.
I've had so many students be in it. I had last year, I had a student, or this year, I had a student do Hermes. Right now, I have a student doing Hades. I just had a student get cast in Hades at the Ruth in their youth production, and so and all of them have had such great experiences doing it, and they've enjoyed the music, they've enjoyed telling the story, and you can cast as big of an ensemble in that show as you want to, and it keeps the cohesiveness of the story. And I just agree with everything that
Yeah.
both of you have said. I think it's a really great high school show, and my opinion on that has totally changed.
Yeah. The teen version that I saw just a couple weeks ago at Sierra, they had 40 in the ensemble, 40 teens.
Wow.
Yeah,
40
which is
teens.
amazing. So you really can
Yeah,
involve a large group if you want, because you can just have more and more workers. I mean, just add more to
why
the
not?
thing. Yeah. Okay. Number three is the Addams Family. And y'all know my love for full disclosure. But aside from that, I do think it's a show that does have a lot of solos, different characters that get to sing a song, which I appreciate. It does have a lot of spots where you can do ensemble. It's fun. I think there's room for creativity as far as the sets and the whatever. I have it at number seven. Is where I have it. Where do you have it, Tanner?
Adam's Family I have at number six, and I just concur with everything that you said. Without the full disclosure sequence, it's a terrific show. It's silly, it's funny. There's really funny humor. The music is fun. There's a lot of almost so many characters have solos. It has a good balance of girls and guys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Overall, I think it's another show that I don't think any of my students have ever had a bad experience doing.
Yeah. Where do you have it, Jax?
I have it at number eight. I think there's great tone for this. There's great characters. It's like a reliable choice, if not one that is super exciting to me. I think it's a solid show for these
Yeah.
schools to do.
Yeah. And I feel like they usually do like a fall musical, and so most high schools, and
Yeah.
so it makes sense to do right around, October. It would
Hmm.
make sense. Maybe that's why Beetlejuice is also really high, is because they do it for a fall musical, because it has the spooky
Oh, yeah,
vibes.
that's a good point. They want those creepy, spooky vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that Phantom of the Opera, the teen edition of that, didn't make this list
Yeah.
because I've seen it a couple times. You mentioned the Ruth. I saw it there. It was so good. But
I heard
maybe
that was
next
Yeah.
year.
amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. Okay. Then at number four is Mamma Mia. And I actually also have that at number four. Just because it's mostly women. It's a lot of female roles, which is good for high school theater. It's got a lot of solos. It's got a lot of ensemble. It's fun. It's bubbly, enjoyable. Yeah, I just think I'd have a good time. Where do you have it, Jax?
Mamma Mia is fun. I have it at number nine. Um, I think that it there's something about it that it feels a little like a karaoke party to me, which can be
Yeah, no,
really
I mean it
great,
is
or it can
literally
be, yeah, yeah,
out of
yeah.
songs.
so it can be that can either be really fun or I'm like, that's not what I'm feeling tonight. So that's why I put it
Yeah.
at 9. But I do think, to your point, Rachel, great for schools because of the ensemble and because it's so many girls.
Yeah. Do you prefer jukebox musicals that are like this where they tell a story or the like something like Tina or whatever where the artist or Michael or that kind of what do you like better?
Um, I think for me, it's totally dependent on the musical. Like, I love Jagged Little Pill, and that tells a story, but I also love Beautiful, and that like is the story.
Mhm.
So for
Yeah.
me, it's really about um I mean I say the story itself. Like um if I'm not interested in the subject matter, then yes, please like tell me a different story on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like Alanis Morissette's great, but I don't really need her life story. Like I prefer
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill like that. What do you guys think?
I prefer the story. I
Yeah.
just because the biography type are just so predictable. I mean, they can be
Yeah.
good. Like Beautiful is a great example, actually. That was very good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just find them usually a little bit more boring. Uh,
Yeah.
Tanner, where do you have Mamma Mia, and what do you think about this?
Mamma Mia fell to number 5 for me, which is, I mean, still very high on my
Yeah,
list,
yeah,
and it's for the same reasons. I've seen it twice, done in high schools, and both times I've had a great time watching it. My only hang up with it is that the plot line is one a little murky and also
yeah,
a little
yeah,
inappropriate for high schools. I feel like this is one of those shows that a lot of family friendly audiences will kind of turn a blind eye to because it's ABBA. It's the same as like
yeah,
there's a whole prostitution sequence in Les Mis, but everyone's like, "Oh, but that's okay because it's Les Mis," and uh, and,
Yes,
and
you're
that
exactly
yeah.
right.
and that just kind of makes me laugh.
Well,
But again, I had
yeah,
such a great time watching it. Both times I watched it, even it was a bunch of high school students, and I mean, there were when I saw it at Bingham High School, there were probably 120 kids in that cast, and they
yeah.
all were smiling and dancing and laughing, and it just was fun. And so I just thought, I mean, if you cast a bunch of kids in that, they'll sing fun music, and they'll have a great time.
Yeah. Well, and it's also obviously essential to the story of Les Mis. Like you
Right.
need it. I mean, I don't know if I would be thrilled if my daughter was playing a lovely lady. But I guess it's all part of the learning experience. So, so yeah. So where did you have it, Mommy?
Oh, number 5.
5. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Then number 5 is Little Shop of Horrors, which surprised me that it's that high. Um, but I have it at 8 because it's such a good show and it's so challenging for students, I think. It's got a lot of hard songs and a lot of different type of melodies and just creative, I think, and the puppetry I feel like could bring a lot of creativity out of the students. But it doesn't have any ensemble. So it is somewhat limiting of how many students can be involved. But it's just so solid. I couldn't put it any less lower than 8. Jax, where do you have it?
I have it at number. Wait, sorry, what? I missed the
Little
musical
Shop of
somehow.
Horrors.
Okay, Little Shop of Horrors. Sorry, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a
yeah,
second. Um, okay, so I have Little Shop at 6. Um, I really, really love the show, but I just think that it's not. I like it more than ones that are higher on my list, but I think in terms of a high school, I do
yeah.
also want like a bigger musical with more ensemble numbers. So I'm with you on
Yeah,
that one.
like I certainly like Little Shop better than Mamma Mia, but I think for this particular ranking, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
we're now if you're at maybe a smaller school and you have like some like you have the perfect Seymour and Audrey and you're just like dying to do the show, that makes sense. But if you want to include a lot of kids, this is going to be a trickier one.
yeah, yeah. Tanner, where do you have it? Little Shop.
I have Little Shop at number 7, and for the same reasons. One thing is the school that I work with often they do their big school musical, and it's the big one where everybody's in. There's 80 kids in the cast, and
Yeah.
and it's really fun. And then they have the musical theater class, which is a much smaller group of kids, and they do a second musical later in the year. And they did Little Shop last year, and it worked
Oh,
really
fun.
well because they had just a small group and And same thing, it was like they had a great Audrey, they had a great Seymour, and it was wonderful. Um, and I think it's really fun music. I did see a production of Little Shop this last year that did have an ensemble in it. And I just felt bad for the ensemble the entire time
Yeah.
because they would just walk on stage for 5 seconds and then they would leave. And I had some students in it and they said, yeah, you want to come see me on stage for 15 minutes? And if even that, they were on stage for
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you can pad out the urchins and have a lot, of them, and but that's about it. I mean,
Mhm.
there's just not any ensemble. So, yeah,
Nah.
that's the thing. Okay, now number six is Frozen Junior, and I have this at 10. I actually do think the Frozen Junior improves a little bit on the on the other one. So maybe I should have it higher. But because I think it makes it just a little tighter. But I think that it has some pretty good new songs as far as these Disney musicals go, which usually those new songs are atrocious. But Monster is pretty good. I think that's a very good song, and a few of the others. It's mostly females, which is good for high school. You could do ensemble easy. But I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't put it any higher than 10. That's where I have it. Where do you have it, Jax?
Okay, so not a fave of mine. I have it at 18.
Yeah, yeah. I understand.
Sorry. I mean, look, I love singing Frozen and playing Frozen with my niece, and one of my students was Elsa on Broadway years ago. There's so many great things about Frozen, but I feel like a lot of it sort of hinges on Let It Go and this big climactic moment. And yeah, it's not a favorite of mine.
Hmm.
So I put it at 18.
Yeah. Where do you have it, Tanner?
I put Frozen Junior at 15, and on principle, I just don't like junior shows.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So then next we have Shrek the Musical. And like I said, this was listed twice, Shrek Jr. and Shrek the Musical, but we just went with the ranking of the main one. And I actually have this at 3. It's so easy to do a large ensemble. It has a lot of solos. It's funny. It's fun. Um, there's since it's a fairy tale world, you can bring in a lot of creativity in your set and your costume design, things like that. And so yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Shrek movie. I mean, I think it's fine, but I don't love it. So I was going to this very skeptical when I first saw Shrek. I was like, oh no. And then I was charmed by it, and I thought it was genuinely really funny. And I think the songs are actually quite good. But yeah, that's where I have it at 3. Jax, I know you're not the biggest Shrek fan, but so where do you have it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm letting my own things get in the way, and I'm not thinking enough about the kids. I'm just not. I have it at 15. I am the opposite of how you feel about it, Rachel. I was not charmed at all by Shrek. I've seen it too many times. I'm just kind of like burned out over it. It feels like a lot of effort for something that ends up to me still feeling like really chaotic. Um,
Uh-huh.
but that could be part of the fun, but I still nevertheless have this at
You just can't let
15.
your freak flag fly,
I
huh?
can't let it fly. See, that's the thing. Normally, I love to let my freak flag fly and be messy, but
Yeah.
not for this one, baby doll. Not for this one. I just can't do it.
Tanner, where are you at on it?
I also put Shrek at number 3 actually
Yeah.
because and the reason is that I think last year I put it a lot lower, but this year I saw a production of it and I thought I didn't really love Shrek the musical. It turns out I just don't like bad Shrek the musical. And that goes for a couple
Yeah.
shows on this list that I've seen in the last year and I realized, "Oh, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I hate bad productions of it."
Yeah. It's fair.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we think that maybe I just haven't seen a good production yet?
Yeah.
Because I
That's
really trust.
possible.
I really trust y'all's opinion. And now it's got me thinking.
And
Okay, I'm gonna take
yeah,
this on. I'm gonna take this
the
on for some
the
reflection.
when I did see it, this was at Murray Amphitheater, Murray Arts, and it was, I swear, 105 degrees out. And I
Oh,
was it's like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they they got through it. That was, I mean, especially Donkey. I was just like, oh my gosh. It was
Like,
so
no.
hot. Wow. Yeah. So they're amazing. Community theater is incredible. All right. Next, we have Mean Girls high school version. And what was the one that they did in Draper? Was that you were involved in, Tanner? Was that junior or high school?
it was Junior.
Okay.
Mean Girls Junior and Mean Girls High School Edition are two very different animals.
I don't think I've seen the high school. I think I've just seen the junior.
The high school is pretty close to the full version. They take
Okay.
out pretty much the most severe innuendos they take out of the high school version, but I mean all of sexy is still in there,
Oh,
and so you know some there's still some things that I'm like, are you sure you want like a 16-year-old singing that? Uh but the high school version
Uh,
I like much more than the junior version because the junior version it takes out the essence of what Mean Girls is.
mm,
yes. Yeah.
that's good to know. Well, I have it at 5. I actually think it's pretty bland as far as the songs. I don't think it's like a great musical, but I think it's obviously has lots of female roles. It's got lots of solos. It's got lots of ensemble. I think it's it just makes sense, I think, for high school. So in this ranking, I have it, pretty high. I have it at 5. But I mean, I just wish that the songs were a little bit more memorable. I couldn't tell you, I mean, Apex Predator, and I mean, I could tell you, but I can't like hardly hum like any Mean Girl songs, or it's just very, I think I just wish it was more memorable. Jax, where do you have Mean Girls?
So this is definitely influenced by the girls in this age range that I coach. I have it at number one.
Oh, okay.
They love it
Yeah.
so much. And I've heard so many renditions of a variety of the songs in Mean Girls. And just my girls absolutely killing it. And they're like dying to do the show. And I just think that it's perfect for a high
Yeah.
school where you have like a good ensemble of women. So yeah, I have it at number one just because I'm all about my girls.
Yeah. Where do you have it, Tanner?
I also have it at number one, and I'm biased. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. All
I
right.
guess you have to say that. You're like really pretty.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next is Annie Jr. And I was surprised that this was that high. Just so it might be being helped out by the community theater portion. I'm not sure, but I have it at 9. Just because the songs are just so solid, and it does have a lot of room for ensemble, and it's mostly female roles. So those for those reasons, I have it at 9. But I do think it would be a little weird to do it in a high school. But
It was.
whatever.
It
It
really
was,
was.
yeah.
Let me tell you. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
weird. It was weird. Uh, I have an affection for this musical for sure because as I was watching the little well, that was a videotape that my dad then converted to a DVD. Um, just so many ensemble opportunities. Like the stage was flooded with people in Hooverville, in the cabinet scene.
Yeah.
You won't be an orphan for long. Like in
When
addition to the orphan,
you can just have a ton of orphans.
you could have a ton of orphans. Like there, Bert Healy and his whole thing. Like there is
Yeah, it's true.
so much more than I ever realized. And then you have great roles like Rooster, Lily St. Regis, Miss Hannigan, Grace Farrell. Like you have so much. I have it at 16 though, because like we've seen it before, we've done it before. It doesn't feel as fresh and exciting. And yes, to both Tanner and your point, Rachel, it feels a little weird to do it in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. Tanner, where do you have it?
This is controversial. I actually put Annie Jr. dead last.
Okay.
And just the reason for that is not only is it Annie, which I would be like we're gonna have a 17-year-old girl playing Annie, but also it's
Yeah,
Annie Junior, which
right,
I'd be like, I feel like Annie's already Junior.
right.
And so, but it
Wait,
is
yeah.
long, and so you could trim a little bit of it. But honestly, it's just that was more of my experience where if I was in high school and they said, yeah, next year we're doing Annie Junior, and I'd be like, all right,
Uh,
well, what community theater show am I doing next year?
well, and
100%.
I think that the reason why it's not the plain Annie is because Annie was on tour last year. And so like I know when
Oh,
Draper was doing it, they did Annie Jr. because they had to. But you know, who knows? Like Beauty and the Beast, that's the reason why it's not on this list. Is
hmm,
because
it's true.
that it's on tour. So it was last year Beauty and the Beast, but not this year. So yeah, I that makes sense. All right, next we have the Little Mermaid, and like I said, it was on there twice, The Little Mermaid. So I'm not the biggest fan of this, but I can't deny that it does have a lot of ensembles, and it does have like the original songs from the movie, classic, great songs, and a lot of solos, uh, and room for creativity. I have it at 16. I think they did such a bad job of adapting it to the stage. I think it was terrible, but the original stuff, the core is solid. But yeah, 16 for me. Jax, where do you have it?
12.
Oh,
I mean, I think it always kind of works, but it's never really
mm-hmm,
surprising or inspiring. But like you said, large ensemble and like beautiful colors and costumes and fun stuff like that.
mm-hmm. And why they made Flounder in love with Ariel, I will never understand. Like that is the
That is
weirdest choice.
weird.
What? And Tanner, where do you have it?
I put Little Mermaid at number 8 for all the same reasons. Big ensemble, fun songs. It'll draw a big crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Next we have Matilda Jr. And I have that at 13. Y'all know, of course, my feelings about the escapologist plot of Matilda. I think it's so boring. I really don't like it. Um, but they do trim some of the fat with this junior version. I actually just saw really fun at the adaptive school at Copperview here. It was really fun. It was students with special needs putting on. It was only like 35 minutes, so it was even more condensed. But I was so impressed. They had the help, the support standing behind the talent and telling them the words to say, and then they would sing it. And they did so good. And the Trunchbull especially was incredible. And she even did an accent, and it
Well, it
was
just
just
sounds like it
neat.
was, yeah, it sounds like it's just really amazing though that they
Yeah.
did that and that they were able to do a show that's, so much fun and very iconic too.
Yeah, it was really neat and very very well done. And you could just feel like the care that went into it and
Yeah,
that they put a lot of effort into making it a very positive experience for these
yeah,
students, which I it
yeah.
was just cool to be part of. But Jax, where do you have Matilda?
I have it at number 10. I love Matilda. It's smart, strong, amazing songs. Um, like beautiful plot, like just really interesting. I love that. I think Matilda, a lot of it, if she's not a neurodivergent character, a lot of neurodivergent kids relate to her, which I think is
Yeah.
really important. I think it is interesting though, Matilda at high school. So I think it's one of those things. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Annie, where Matilda's a lot younger. So even if you're at like a junior, senior high, you're still getting a little older for the and not just the lead role, but like the person who the show is completely centered on. So
Yeah.
that's an interesting thing for
I
me.
have it at 13. I don't think I said that. I have it at 13. Tanner, where do you have it?
Matilda Jr. I have at 19, and not because I hate Matilda. more of just because I feel like it's a weird show for high schools to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a number of students at another one of the high schools I work with that did Matilda last year, and they kind of felt similarly about it. They said they would much
Mm.
rather have done a show where they could actually act their age or older. They felt kind of
Yeah.
weird acting like little kids. And so it fell pretty low on my list.
Hmm. All right, next up is Into the Woods. And we did a whole episode on Into the Woods. It's not my favorite show, but I recognize that it has many good things about it. But I don't think it's a great show for high school because it has no ensemble. I mean, there's just almost no scenes that are like a group scene. So I have it at 15. Is where I have Into the Woods. Jax, where do you have it?
Yes, I love Into the Woods. I was thinking about it in two ways. I if this is like their smaller show of the season, kind of like Putnam County Spelling Bee or something that's like a smaller ensemble with just a select group of kids. I think it's a fantastic show. So I put it at number two. I also recently saw a production of it that was so darling with fifth and sixth graders where they had all these woodland creatures. So the ensemble was huge and it was really, really fun. So that was
Oh,
cute.
that's good. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it was really
clever.
adorable.
Way to
Yeah, I
involve
mean
more
there were
people.
60 kids on stage at one point.
Hmm,
Wow.
that's interesting. Oh, okay. Tanner, where do you have Into the Woods?
Into the Woods is number 11 for me. It's charming, it's fun. I agree, it's just there's just not a lot of roles for it. If you have where you do the big musical and then you have a smaller musical with a smaller group, you have a musical theater class or something, I think then
Yeah.
it works. But if you want to do it for your big high school musical, I think that's not a great choice just because it doesn't give a lot of people opportunity.
Oh. All right, next up is Wizard of Oz. And let's hope that our long nightmare of Wizard of Oz Productions is coming to an end now that Wicked is out, please. Um, I have it at 21. It's my lowest. It's so boring. It's just not good. And I mean, it does have a lot of solos, so I get that. And there is room for creativity. But I mean, eh, I would way rather see The Wiz culturally appropriate. I would rather see The Wiz. But I don't know. It's just a slog. It's just not. So yeah, 21. I have the lowest. Jax, where do you have it?
Yeah, girl. Same.
Yeah.
Same for all the same reasons. Yeah,
Yeah,
I echo everything you said. Yeah. Even the book is weird too.
it
Like
is.
all of it. Yeah.
Like the only thing I really like about this musical, I mean, aside from the original song "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," of course, is great, but is that they do include Jitterbug, which was in the original film but then cut. So that's kind of fun that you get to hear this song that was originally written
Yeah.
for the movie. But yeah, Tanner, where do you have it?
Okay, so I'm going to break with everything that I know in my life right now. And actually, I put Wizard of Oz 12th.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I saw a youth production of it at Hale Theater last year, and I liked it way more than I expected to like it.
Oh.
And I think it was the youth version, and so they cut a lot of it. It was only an hour and I think an hour and 20 minutes. No, not even.
Mm.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 20 minutes, and so it was much more palatable. Um, the full version I would put a lot lower,
Yeah, I
but
haven't seen the teen version, so I guess that's not fair.
Same.
I liked
Yeah.
it way more. I liked it way more.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
it's like an hour shorter than the full version.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did you have it, Jax?
Oh, I also had it at 21.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Please.
also
Let us just enjoy Wicked, please. No more. Please
or like
stop.
you said, if you can do the Wiz culturally appropriately, yes, please do the Wiz. The Wiz has amazing music and it better hold.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So next up we have Seussical Jr. And I'm not a fan of Seussical. It's just too random. I don't like this. There is no real story. It's just all over the place, and so it just feels like I don't know. A lot of times it feels like neon colors just splashed onto the theater, and but I can't deny that it has quite a few solos and ensemble and room for creativity, but I just don't like it. When it goes out, I have it at 20. If I never saw Seussical again, I would not be sad. Not my favorite. Jax, where do you have it?
I love Seussical, continuing the trend of me playing roles that I'm way too old to play. In college, in my sophomore year of college, I played JoJo, who, yes, is supposed to be an 8-year-old boy. I will not be taking further questions as to why that happened. It was a mess. But I really love the songs in Seussical, and I will say that like it felt like all my friends were in that show and we all had parts. That was really fun.
Yeah,
And there was just a big
it's
ensemble.
true.
So I hear what you're saying though, Rachel. Like, yes, it feels chaotic, it feels like splashy, like colors, all of that. I had a lot of fun with it. So really that this was singularly based on my experience of like how much fun I had with that show.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it does feel like one of those shows that's more fun to be in than to watch. Like Joseph
Yep.
is the same. Like I don't mind watching Joe. I shouldn't like it better in Sue School, but I do think it's one of those shows that's more fun to be in than to watch.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, Tanner, where do you have it?
Statistical I put at number 17, mostly because it's a junior show. If
Yeah,
it was the full version, I would probably put it higher. Seussical's another show that I genuinely thought I hated because I saw a really horrible production of it once upon a time and I hated it. And I thought, I can't believe I just spent my evening doing that. And then I went and saw it just a couple weeks ago, and turns out I just don't like bad Seussical. I actually really liked it.
maybe
So
I.
I put it pretty low just because it's a junior version. I don't like junior shows on principle. I'd probably put it a little bit higher if it was a
Yeah.
full version.
All right, next up is Willy Wonka Jr. And this is interesting because this is basically the movie. If you like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie with Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder, and it's not the one that was on Broadway a couple of years ago. Thank goodness, because that was terrible, in my opinion, really bad. Like both of them share a couple of the songs from the movie, but this is basically the movie. And so I watched this on YouTube. I have not seen this on the stage, um but it moved up. Like I had it very low when I thought it was the when I thought it was the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Because I mean, especially the second act of that musical is rough. Once they get into the to the factory and it's the kids' songs. Like there's this bizarre song where Violet is rapping, and it's just I
We
really didn't
doing.
like. I really disliked that, but this I have at 11 because I was like, oh, that's cute, it's charming. Jax, where do you have it?
Yeah, that is 17. Yeah, it's fun. It feels sometimes feels a little unhinged to me, and honestly, just not one of my favorite stories. So, like, yeah, fine. I think
Mhm.
kids would have fun with it though.
Yeah, and you can have fun with like Pure Imagination and just some of those,
Yeah.
those songs. But where do you have it, Tanner?
I put it at 20, actually.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like Willy Wonka is much more suitable for an elementary school.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've seen two elementary school productions, and they're both just adorable, and the kids are being goofy and having fun. Um, this is just another one that if I was in high school and they announced we're doing Willy Wonka Jr., I would not be thrilled about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. All right,
Yeah, the junior of it all. My
uh,
goodness.
Mhm.
next we have Alice in Wonderland Jr., which I'd never even heard of, so I had no idea that this was a show. So I'm surprised it made the top list. I did watch it on YouTube, and I had it at 19. It was fine, but not especially memorable. Jax, where do you have it?
I'm not just trying to steal all your thoughts. I also had it at 19. It didn't, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. But when Tanner's talking about putting yourself in the shoes of someone who's in high school, they announce Alice in Wonderland Jr. and guess 100% I'm running to the community theater. And I'm like, oh no, like I don't even want to play Alice in that. Alice in Wonderland Jr. Well, no, I take that. I mean, you can't turn down the titular role. But other than that, yeah,
Yeah,
19.
yeah. Tanner, where you have it?
Mine's 18
Yeah,
for all the
yeah.
same reasons.
Okay, next, Finding Nemo Jr. I also have never seen this. I just watched it on um, YouTube. I will see it. The Tuacahn is so weird. Tuacahn is doing
Yeah,
Finding Nemo, not the junior, but the regular, for 6 months.
That's crazy.
I'm baffled. I'm like, how are they gonna keep how are they gonna sell for
I don't know how
six
they're.
months?
I don't know how. I mean, because Hale Theater has less seats than Tuacahn does, and they ran Frozen for 4 months, and by the end of the run, they were canceling performances
really.
Mhm.
because they couldn't sell enough tickets for it.
That's interesting. I didn't know that, but that is interesting. Yeah, I mean, Finding Nemo, it's only 60 minutes. They even on its regular, I think. It's not even I don't know. I just think that is a very strange choice for them, but good luck to them. I'll be seeing it in June. So hopefully it's good. I have it at 17. Like the Lopez is elevated. The songs are pretty good. And a lot of room for creativity and stuff like that, but it just feels like kind of a nothing burger of a show. um, Jax, where do you have it?
Yeah, I have it at 20. I've only seen this once, but it felt like I remember watching it and being like, I feel like I'm watching fish do cardio. Like it was like this weird thing that was like happening. So not going to be excited about that one as a high schooler either.
Yeah, that's a great line. Fish do cardio.
Like you're sitting there, you're like, okay, wow.
Tanner, where you have it?
I put this at 16. I saw there was a production of it. One of my students played Bruce in, and he had a really cool big shark puppet, which was really cool. And he was kind of dressed as kind of like this weird fairground character, and he had this big shark puppet, and it was kind of cool. But that was with a really big budget and a really, really creative team. And in a high school setting, I don't think you would get that same experience. So I kept it pretty low.
All right, next we have the 25th annual Putnam Spelling Bee. I'm surprised that's made the list, but happy because it's a great show. I have it at 6 because it's a show I generally really like. It's really funny, and also, I think it would be pretty easy to involve at least like a decent ensemble that get solos. Um, and I think it would be a challenge for the improv elements. Like that would be exciting for the teens to do. I have it at 6. Jax, where do you have it?
Yeah, I have it at 5. Yes, I think you could definitely put in a larger ensemble. But it still does feel tricky because there's only like well, is it like 6 or 7 named roles? So I think that it feels a
Yeah.
little tricky in that way. But I mean, if you have the actors, this is an incredibly fun show that guess what? The parents are also going to have a great time watching this.
And you know that the teens will love bringing their friends up into the for the
Love.
spelling. That will be really fun
The
for
school
them.
will go nuts. They'll go nuts.
Yeah. Capybara, another one about
Yes.
rats. It's
Yes.
hilarious. Shanner, where would you have it?
I put Putnam at 10. I love this show. It's so silly. It's so fun. It's just, I think it's too small of a cast for if you want to do a big production. But I've had a lot of high school students that have done it, and they have all had really wonderful experiences. And the music is surprisingly challenging, especially for boys. It's really
Yeah,
challenging.
that's true. Yeah. All right. Next, we have Chicago Teen Edition. My niece was actually in this, so I have seen it, and it was fun to see. It obviously is very female based. There's a lot of female roles. There's a lot of ensemble. It's a dance heavy show, so that's challenging for teens sometimes. I have it at 14. Was where I ended up with Chicago Teen Edition. Jax, where do you have it?
I actually have it pretty high at 4 because I've had a couple of my students who have done this and not quite as exciting as Mean Girls, but they just had the best time. And it's a like the Cell Block Tango girls had a great time. One of my students played Roxy. So like I think that people just have a really good time with this. And again, I'm always thinking about girls. So
And they did a
I
pretty good job of teenifying this for, making it as appropriate as possible, at least. I think they did pretty
right,
good.
right.
But Tanner, where do you have it?
I put it also much higher than honestly I expected. I put it at number 9, and I just think, I mean, converse from what we're talking about. If they announce, oh, you're doing Annie Jr., like if they announce we're doing Chicago, and I can't imagine how excited everybody would be to go to
Yeah,
Chicago. I think like all of my friends, we would be so excited, and so
yeah,
I think it would get a lot of people involved in the department, and it's a little bit more mature, so you can explore some of those more mature things while it is still sanitized for a teen audience. So I just put it a lot higher because I think that it would be really fun, and you'd probably get a really great ensemble.
yeah. So next up, we're almost done. Next up is Descendants, Disney's Descendants. I actually haven't seen this yet. I will be seeing it soon because I'm really excited because the Empress is doing a silver-haired edition of Descendants, with casting it with senior citizens, which I think is brilliant and really fun. And so I'm looking forward to that a lot. But I watched it on YouTube, and it's fine, but just kind of uninspired in my opinion. I have it at 18. I would way rather uh, do High School Musical. I just think it's better if you're talking about this genre, decom, whatever. As far as the songs and but it was fine. I have it at, but I still have it at 18. Jax, where do you have it?
At 13 because I think it would be exciting to high schoolers. Although I completely agree. I would, if we were swapping one in, I would definitely do High School Musical. Like High School Musical, you can say it's cringe or whatever, but it's like we're all in this together is so fun. The show's really fun. The music's great. Um, the dialogue's actually really good. So yeah, if we were
Yeah.
swapping it out, I would happily do that. But I have Descendants at 13.
And this year got to be got to be in the audience for the 20th anniversary of High School Musical at East
No, it has not.
High.
It has not been 20 years.
And it
Oh
was
my god.
at East High so that was very fun. And the coach the I forget his name, but the coach he was there, and then Kate Rangers was there, which was super fun. And because she was my Glinda, who the first time I saw Wicked, she was
Oh,
so anyway, it was cool to see both of them, and the teens were so good. But yeah, it's 20 years of High School Musical, so.
Oh my god.
But
Uh,
Tanner, where do you have
I
Descendants?
put I put Descendants at number 13. Honestly, it's just not my generation. It just
Yeah.
I remember it coming out. I was like 18 or something when it came out, and I just thought, oh, that's like the kids thing. All the kids are crazy about that or something. And the music's fun, the script is fine. And actually, my girlfriend is assistant stage managing that production that you're
Oh,
gonna go see
really?
up at the Empress. And
Oh,
so
that's
so
cool.
she's been telling me about it, and it sounds really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
If we were
All right.
swapping it out for High School Musical, I'm music directing that in a couple
Oh,
months. So
where is it at?
at Draper Historic.
Oh, okay. I forgot they were doing that. Okay, and now we are at our final show in this ranking. We have Legally Blonde. And I have that at number one. I love Legally Blonde. I think it is such, and if you're just talking pure entertainment, it is so entertaining. It's so good. The songs are so catchy, and it's funny, and it's romantic, and it's sweet, and it's a good story of Elle gaining the confidence that she needs, and I just think it's mostly female roles, except for your lead three guys, um, and so there you could have as many sorority sisters as you want. You could have as many girls involved. I mean, you could have as many law students as you want. You could have And so I don't know, I just think it's such a great musical that I never tire of. I could just see it again and again and again because I love it so much. Yeah, so number one for me is Legally Blonde. And also I feel like you could be creative with the sets, but you could also do it in a black box. It's there's a lot of flexibility with Legally Blonde. So I just absolutely love it. And Jax, where do you have it?
Put it at number seven. I think this show is, even though a lot of people love it, I do think it's still underrated. It's
Yeah.
structured, it's funny, it's demanding, but in a good way. Like you said, it's romantic and charming, lots of characters. This really is a slam dunk, and I think kids would be excited about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tanner, where do you have it?
I put it at number two. This show totally crept up on me. I saw it for the first time last year, and it was one of those, okay, I guess I'll go see my friends in Legally Blonde. And I laughed and I cried and I
Yeah.
just loved the show. And so I saw it twice because I loved it so much. And I think kids would go. I think especially boys probably wouldn't be as excited about it, but when they got into it, I think they would have a blast. I think
Yeah.
everybody would have such a great time with this show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because even the guys, the parts are pretty fun with Emmett and Warner and Callahan and the UPS guy. That whole Irish chick is
Oh
hilarious.
my gosh. And just the song Ireland is so.
Yes, it's
So
so
good.
good. And it doesn't require that much choreography. Whipped into Shape, that's really the only song that's like a dance heavy song. The rest
Yeah.
are pretty simple. So anyway, I absolutely adore it. I think it's such a great show. So there we go. We did it. We went through and did it all. Uh, Let us know what you think and where your ranking would be. We'll put a link down to the article if you want to take a look at that. And maybe if there's surprises of things that you weren't expecting to be on this list, definitely let us know. And Jax, where can people find you?
Jacklyn Collier on Instagram.
And Tanner, what about you?
I'm at Tanner Tate on Instagram. And if you are in Utah, I'm in Hunchback of Notre Dame at Hale Theater for a few more weeks, depending on when this releases.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that you were. Yes. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I loved it.
It's such a great show.
And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place at rachelsreviewstheater.com. So check that out. And make sure you're following OnStage blog all over the place. And they have their daily articles on all different topics. So you definitely want to be subscribed to the newsletter and all that fun stuff over at OnStage blog. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.